Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, so today we are going to look at the remaining problems in the sheet. In the last class, we had seen questions till I think 12th one also we had discussed, I think, right? 13 onwards till 25. So
Yes, sir.
tell me which ones have you done? Have you done 13th?
Yes, sir.
So what is your solution for 13th one?
Telling. Sir, first 1 minus tan x. Then question was 1 plus sine 2a is equals to 1 plus tan x.
Not that one. That one is 12th one. We have already discussed it, I think, briefly.
Mm. Sir, let me see the 13 questions, sir, in the PDF.
Cos power 4x
No, sir, this one I haven't done, sir.
plus sine power 4x is equal to 2 cos 2x plus pi by 6 times cos 2x minus pi by 6. So you didn't try it.
I tried it, sir, but हुआ नहीं, sir.
Okay. So the first thing to do would be to simplify this part. You can use the formula 2 cos c cos d is equal to cos of c plus d plus cos of c minus d, right?
Yes, sir.
So this can be easily simplified and written as cos of this plus this. So that will be 4x plus cos of this minus this will be cos of pi by 3.
Hmm.
So that is simply half plus cos 4x.
Yes, sir.
So right hand side equation is becoming this. Left hand side we have something like this. We can easily convert this because
Sir, I'm getting video blur. Can I rejoin?
right,
Yes, sir.
we can write this as cos power 4x plus 1 minus cos square x whole square, and that will become half plus cos 4x. Why am I writing it like this? I'm trying to make an equation only involving cos's. So I can write cos 4x as 2 cos squared 2x minus 1. And then I can write 2 times cos 2x as 2 cos square x minus 1 whole square minus 1. Do you understand what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
Using double angle formula to convert it like this, and again using double angle formula here. So basically I will get only powers of cos here. So if you simplify it a little bit, you'll get cos 4x is equal to, this becomes what? 4 cos power 4x. So becomes 8 cos power 4x plus 1 plus 2, so plus 1, and minus 4 cos square x, so minus 8 cos square x. This is what we are getting, right?
Yes, sir.
And this side also we are getting cos square x and powers and all. You'll get cos power 4x plus cos power 4x plus 1 minus 2 cos square x is equal to half plus this stuff, right? Do you
Yes,
understand
sir.
what is happening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So finally, you will get an equation that will become 2 cos square 4x minus 2 cos square x
Plus
plus
1.
1 is equal to 8 cos power 4x minus 8 cos square x plus 3 by 2.
Hmm. Sir,
Simplify. What happened?
3 by 2, can we write 2, no, 1 plus 1 by 2? Or we have to use that 1 in later words?
You can write it however you want to. What is that? That is not an issue. We are just making our biquadratic. 6 cos
Okay.
power 4x minus 6 cos square x plus half is 0. You're getting 12 cos power 4x minus 12 cos square x plus 1 is 0. That is my equation now, right?
Yes, sir.
After this, it is easy. It's a quadratic. 12 cos power 4x minus 12 cos square x plus 1 is 0. You can take y as cos square x becomes 12y square minus 12y plus 1 is 0. Solve for y, you'll get 2 roots. 3 plus minus root over 6 by 6,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, sir.
Both the roots are between minus 0 and 1, I think. 0 and 1, yeah.
Hmm.
Plus also and minus also, right?
Yes, sir.
The roots should be between 0 and 1 because y is cos square x.
Hmm.
So you have two options. Cos x is root over 3 plus root 6 by 6, or cos x is root over 3 minus root 6 by 6,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you can do plus minus. One second. When you do a root, you can do a plus minus. So there are actually 4 possibilities, right?
Hmm. Power 4, sir. Yes, sir.
There will be 4 possibilities. Uh, After that, you will just say the general solution will be a cos inverse 2n pi plus minus and all, right?
Sir.
So that is not an issue. There are 4 solutions. Possibly there was another way to do the problem also where we could have tried it in a slightly different way in the initial stage. This thing we could have written in a different way. We had gotten this is equal to half plus cos 4x. We could have written this as cos square x plus sine square x whole square
Um,
minus 2
2
sine square x cos square x.
consider x. Huh.
This is 1 minus half sine squared 2x, right?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
And then we can do also one thing where we can write cos 4x as 1 minus 2 sine square 2x.
Hmm.
So this will become 3 by 2 minus 2 sine square 2x. So this is slightly easier
Yes, sir.
because we are getting directly sine 2x, right? We are getting 3 by 2 sine square 2x is equal to 1 by 2. We're getting sine square 2x is equal to 1 by 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is also a possibility. From here, we
We
can
can simplify
simplify
it.
it in many ways. One way is to again use this and say sine square 2x is equal to 1 by 2 minus cos 4x by 2,
Hmm.
which is equal to 1 by 3. So you'll get cos 4x directly.
Yes, sir.
And then this is a better solution because it involves less calculations.
Hmm.
So there are multiple ways to do the problem. You should have done it though. It is not so difficult that you could not have done it. Next one, 14th one. Question 14. The question is saying 4 cos square 2 minus 6x plus 16 cos square 1 minus
What was
3x.
the answer in 13th? I've just joined.
You have to watch the video later.
Okay.
You have to join on time, dude. Why are you
Sir,
late?
I had network issue. I was trying to join, but I was not able to join.
Has anyone done this one?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, let 1 minus 3x as u, then proceed. It will be 4 cos square 2u plus 16 cos square u equals 13. Then we can write cos square u as 1 plus 1 plus cos 2u upon 2. Cos square u, that coefficient is 60. Then it is just a simple quadratic in terms of cos u. From here we got I got cos 2u in terms of cos 2u, quadratic in terms of cos 2u. Then cos 2u equals half and minus 5 upon 2, but we can't take minus 5 upon 2 because it is uh, less than minus 1. From here we get u as n pi plus minus pi upon 6. Then substitute 1 minus 3x as u, then it will be x.
Okay, so that is done. Question 15.
Yeah, I've did it. I've done it.
Sine 4x plus 3 sine 2x is equal to tan x. Okay, so anybody has done this question?
Yes, sir.
Apart from Anant, who else has done it?
Sir, is it x is equals to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3, where n belongs to integers?
What is your way? What have you done?
Sir, I expanded sine 4x as 2 sine 2x times cos 2x, and so sine 2x as uh, 2 sine x cos x, and sine x means basically in for whole equation in terms of sine x and cos x.
You are getting this. After that, what is your next step?
I simplified it like writing sine 2x as 2 sine x cos x.
Why are you not taking sine 2x common first? Then what?
Then, sir, writing sin x by cos x to tan x, and uh, cancelling sin x, considering sin x can be equal to 0 for x is equals to n pi.
If you cancel, then you have to remember that sin x is equal to 0 is a possibility.
Yes, x is equals to n pi.
So you're getting 2 cos square x is equal to 1, right?
Yes.
Then what?
Then converting cos 2x into 2 cos square x minus 1.
4 cos square x minus 2, so plus 1.
Yes. And quadratic in cos square x.
What is your quadratic?
It's 8 cos to the power 4x plus 2 cos square x minus 1.
What are the roots coming for cos
Roots, then
square
I don't.
x?
Uh, cos square is x is equals to minus 2 plus minus under root 6, not under root, plus minus 6 upon under root 36 upon 16 minus half and 1 by 4. Minus half can't be a solution because cos square x is always greater than equal to 0.
You will get plus minus half, you will say 2n pi plus minus pi by 3 or 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you also have n pi from sin x is equal to 0. But you have to remove all the situations where the equation itself is not defined. Where is the equation not defined?
When x is equals to pi by 2 and
All the odd multiples of pi by 2 have to be removed.
yes.
So it doesn't look like there is anything like that happening. Because you have n pi here, it is even multiple of pi by 2. And here you don't have pi by 2 is not coming.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the solution for 15th. Which question is a doubt for any one of you?
The 19.
16, 17, 18 सबका हो गया है?
मेरा हो गया.
Okay, 19th, then if nobody has any problems in 16, 17, 18.
Yes, yes.
The equation is cos of pi into 3 power x minus 2 cos square pi into 3 power x plus 2 cos of 4 pi into 3 power x minus cos of 7 pi into 3 power x is equal to sine of pi into 3 power x plus 2 sine square pi into 3 power x minus 2 sine 4 pi into 3 power x plus 2 sine pi into 3 power x plus 1, and last term is minus sine 7 pi into 3 power x. The most obvious thing to start the question to make it easier to do is to say pi into 3 power x is a variable y.
Yes.
So you will get cos of y minus 2 cos square y plus 2 cos of 4y minus cos of 7y is equal to sine of y plus 2 sine square y minus 2 sine of 4y plus 2 sine of, this is 3 times pi into 3 power x, so it is sine of 3y minus sine of 7y. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yes, sir.
This is the situation right now, and we can see that there are similar type of terms. If you bring everything to one side, left hand side, you can group them nicely. For example, cos y minus cos 7y is one group. Then you can bring sine 7y on this side plus sine 7y and minus sine y. That is another group. Then we have cos 4y and sine 4y will be grouped together, 2 cos 4y plus sine 4y. And then you have here cos square y and here sine square y, which will become obviously minus 2 if you think about it, right? And finally you have a 2 sine 3y, so minus 2 sine 3y equals 0. I have put all the terms on the left hand side. Do you understand what I have done?
Yes, sir.
So now using cos C minus cos D formula here, cos C minus cos D is 2 sine C plus D by 2 sine D minus C by 2, right? This is what should come if you know your formulas.
Yes, sir.
Then this is 2 sine C minus D by 2, so 3y, and cos C plus D by 2, so cos of 4y. Plus we have this term 2 times cos 4y plus sine 4y. And we have a minus 2 common, 1 plus sine 3y equals 0. So we can see that from the first two factors, we can easily take 2 sine 3y common, right? If you take 2 sine 3y common, you will get sine 4y plus cos 4y, and that can be taken common with this, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So all you have to do is do a little bit of simple algebra, and you will be able to simplify this equation nicely. So if we do that here, we'll get 2 sine 3y common, and you have sine 4y plus cos 4y, and plus 2, and you have cos 4y plus sine 4y, and it is coming out very nicely. You can again take one common. Everything works out very nicely. You can take this common first and take 2 also common. You'll get 1 plus sine 3y, which is common with this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're getting something like this. So immediately you can take 1 plus sine 3y now common. And you will get this minus 2. So 2 also common. You have sine 4y plus cos 4y minus 1. The only way this can happen is sine 3y is equal to minus 1, which will give you a set of solutions, right? 3y is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into pi by 2. Correct? No, minus pi by 2. Right?
Yes.
So from here you'll get n pi by 3 minus 1 power n pi by 6. And y was what? Y was pi into 3 power x. So finally, when you write the answer, it will come a little complicated looking answer because you'll have to do log and all. Right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll worry about that later. You can also solve this part easily. Sine 4y plus cos 4y is equal to 1. I hope everyone knows how to solve this.
Yes.
You will write root 2 here, divide by root 2, and write it as sine 4y plus pi by 4. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Root
sir.
2 sine 4y plus pi by 4 equals 1, and solve that equation. The actual difficult part of it will come when you actually try to simplify the solution at the end. So you have here, this is my solution, for example, y is equal to n pi by 3 minus 1 power n into pi by 6. If you take some integer values and see the first few starting values for this, what are we getting? N is 0, then you get 0 and minus pi by 6. If you to put n as 1, you'll get pi by 3 minus 1 power 1. So plus pi by 6. Pi by 3 plus pi by 6 when n is 1. So that is actually pi by 2, I think. If you put n is 2, you get 2 pi by 3 minus pi by 6. So 2 pi by 120 minus 30. Again, pi by 2 is coming. N is 3, you get pi minus minus becomes plus pi by 6. So 7 pi by 6. These are the set of values that you're getting for some integers. You have to realize that this is pi into 3 power x. That was my substitution. So first of all, no negative answers can ever come. This is not allowed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So no negative answers will be accepted. So this one has to be rejected. And you will start off from here, from the n is equal to 1 case, right?
Yes.
And after that, from n is equal to 1 onwards, you start and you will, all the integer values after that will be positive, and you can divide by pi, and you will get basically something like this: n by 3 minus 1 power n into 1 by 6, and after cancelling pi, and n has to be greater than equal to 1. We have rejected n is equal to 0. Do you understand why?
Yes, sir.
And now you'll take log x log 3 is equal to log of this positive thing. And you'll get x is equal to log base 3 of this thing, where n belongs to integer, but it is greater than equal to 1. Is everyone understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, in the other cases also, you have to simplify in the same way. You cannot leave the answer in y. You have to find it in terms of x, right? So whatever you get in terms of y, you have to make sure that the answer has to be positive. So the values of n cannot be all possible integers. They have to be restricted. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What is your doubt, Shlo?
Sir, I have doubt that why you not combine terms like cos 7y plus sin 7y. Similarly, 2 cos 4y plus 2 sin 4y.
I already combined 2 cos 4y and sin 4y.
No, sir, it's not only for 4y, like cos y plus sin y. Means cos and sin. You combine sin 7y,
Do you
sin y
have a
minus
formula for cos 7y plus sin 7y? कोई formula है क्या इसका?
नहीं.
Cos 7y minus cos 7y का कोई formula था?
नहीं.
नहीं था. हम लोगों ने
Oh,
सिंप्लीफाई कैसे किया?
no, here I stepped away.
कुछ समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
Yes, formula नहीं.
You have formulas for cos c plus cos d, cos c minus cos d, sin c plus sin d. Why will I combine two different ratios? I will combine ratios of the same type, or I will combine cos with sin.
Same type.
If you look at all the terms, the way to group it, you have to group same type of terms together. The grouping that I took was the more obvious grouping. If you try something else, you might get something more complicated, or it might take more time. But what we chose was the most sensible one. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You have to use whatever formulas you can use. You cannot randomly do whatever you feel like. Then it will take a long time. Okay, that is the solution. At the end, you have to be careful because the answer has to be in terms of x, and this quantity has to be positive. So you have to restrict the integers that will be possible in the general solution. What about the question 20? Find all the solutions of this equation lying between. pi and 3 pi by 2. The equation is root over 1 plus sine 2x minus root 2 cos 3x equals 0. And we have to find solutions lying between pi and 3 pi by 2.
Sir, first we can write root over 1 plus sine 2x as root over cos x plus sine x whole square.
After that, what will you do? Next step.
So then it will become cos x plus sine x equals root 2 cos 3x.
No, you are missing the other solutions.
Sir, it will become mod sin x plus cos x.
It root over x square is not x, it is mod x, because you could have x square could have come from minus x whole square also, but you have to give the answer as a positive quantity.
Yes.
Your answer has to be always positive if it comes out of a square root. The only way to ensure that is by putting a mod.
Yes. Yes.
You will get this situation. Now you have to think of how to get rid of this absolute value sign. But you should realize that you don't have to take all cases. You only have to worry about x lying between what range? Pi to 3 pi by 2, right? You only have to worry about this third quadrant, correct?
Yes.
In third quadrant, cos x and sin x are both negative.
Yes, sir.
So cos x plus sin x will be totally negative, right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll take out the modulus with what sign?
Negative.
Negative.
And we will not worry about the other cases because our solution has to be restricted in this range, right? So our equation finally becomes cos x plus sin x plus root 2 cos 3x is equal to 0. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now what should we do? What should be our next step after this?
सर रूट 2 cos 3x को राइट हैंड साइड पे ले जाएंगे फिर
राइट हैंड
cos
साइड
x
से ही इस साइड पे लाया था, फिर से क्यों ले जाएंगे?
सर फिर cos x sin x को 1 अपॉन रूट 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करके फिर उसको cos पाई बाय 4 माइनस x
तुम उसको उस साइड लेने की क्यों कोशिश कर रहे हो? ऐसे ही हो जाएगा, राइट?
हाँ हाँ
We are getting cos pi by 4 minus x is equal to cos minus cos 3x, which can be written as cos of pi minus 3x if you know your basic identities. Cos pi minus 3x is minus cos 3x. Now we will say pi by 4 minus x is equal to 2n pi plus minus pi minus 3x. Correct?
Yes, sir.
From here you will get solutions. You have to again check that your final answer should have x lying between pi and 3 pi by 2. Right?
Hmm.
So you cannot accept any random situations. You have to only focus on those answers which lie between the required domain. Is everyone following what steps were involved here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Another approach to do this would be to bring it to other side and square it. But again, if you do squaring, then you'll have to check later which roots are extra roots which are not roots of the original equation.
Hmm.
So you should avoid squaring if you can. If you don't have any other way, then you should do it. But then you'll have to remove the extra solutions that might have come. 21 has anybody done? Question
Yes.
number 21. Okay. The equation is solve log of the base is minus x square minus 6x by 10. And the thing inside is sine 3x plus sine x is equal to, this side is log of minus x square minus 6x by 10. And we have sine 2x. First of all, whenever there is a log situation with functions of x here and x here, you should, before you do anything, you should check the domain of the equation. For what x is the equation making sense? Do you know when is our log base a, b going to be properly defined? What are the conditions for it to be defined? What are the
When b is
conditions for
greater
B
than
log?
has to
0,
be greater than 0.
What?
B has to be greater than 0.
Then
And
and a has to be same greater than 0.
and there are three conditions.
okay.
The third condition is a should not be 1.
B1 हो सकता है, it should not be 1. Yes, sir.
So when we look at this, we have to check all of this. So basically, first of all, check minus x square minus 6x by 10 should be greater than 0 and should not be 1. So there is a negative sign here. So you can take the negative, multiply by negative and write it as x square plus 6x by 10 less than 0. So x square plus 6x is less than 0. X plus 6 is less than 0. So x lies between minus 6 and 0. Right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
X cannot be 0 because then the whole thing is 0. You cannot be is equal to 0. And x cannot be minus 6 also, I think, because you'll get minus of 36 minus. Yeah. So it is like x belongs to 0 to 6 right now. Minus 6 right now.
Minus 6, excluding 0 and minus 6.
Also, it cannot be equal to 1. So this cannot be equal to 1. So let's equate it to 1 and see which values are not allowed. Equal to 10. So x square plus 6x plus 10 is 0. So this anyway is never going to be equal to 0. So that is not a concern. Why? Because x square plus 6x plus 9 plus 1 this is, right? Can never be equal to 0, right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it will always be positive, sir.
Right. So our restriction on x has come out to be this much so far. Now we also have to look at this stuff. This part should be positive. This part should also be positive. Correct? Right?
Yes, sir.
So how do we analyze that? Sine 3x plus sine x should be greater than 0 and sine 2x should be greater than 0. So to analyze this, you can use the sine c plus sine d formula. You can say 2 sine c plus d by 2. So that is 2x. Cos c minus d by 2. So that is x should be positive. And you also have sine 2x is positive from here.
Yes, sir.
So the question, so if sine 2x is positive, then this part also must be positive, right?
Cos x. Yes, sir. Cos x will be also positive, sir.
So our total condition is basically cos x is positive and sine 2x is positive. All the x which satisfy this will be part of our solutions.
And
It
sir,
will
if
be
cos
part
x
of
is
our
positive,
domain.
then sir, if cos x is positive, then sin x will also be positive, sir. If we equate in second one.
If cos x is positive, then
Sin x would automatically be positive, sir.
we
Negative
are
नहीं हो
getting first quadrant.
सकता. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So it looks like it will be first quadrant for x, but on the other side, you're getting x is from -6 to 0, right?
Hmm.
Um, 1 second.
अच्छा, okay.
You have to think about it. Okay, let's focus on our conditions here and look at the overall equation. Ultimately, we have to solve the equation. Bases are same on both sides. So to solve the equation, you would have to do the sin 3x plus sin x should be equal to sin 2x, right? That is what will come when you solve the equation, correct?
Hmm.
So if you try to solve this equation, later we can check with whether it satisfies these conditions or not, whatever solutions we get. And we also have a condition -x is less than x is less than 0, by the way. Right?
Yes, sir.
So let's check here. This becomes 2 sin 2x cos x is equal to sin 2x. And sin 2x common, you get 2 cos x minus 1 is 0. So the solutions for this are sin 2x is 0 or cos 2x is cos x is half, right? So sin 2x is 0 will give us 2x is equal to k pi. K is any integer. K x is coming as k pi by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Or from here you're getting x is equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Now at these points, we have to check whether these inequalities are true or not, right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So first of all, let's put the most strict condition is this. So we can say -x is less than k pi by 2 is less than 0, right? So -12 by pi is less than k is less than 0. So you're getting a restriction on k, right? K was an integer, correct?
Yes,
Do
sir.
you understand what I'm saying? You are getting a restriction on k. 12 by pi would be something less than 4, -3 point something, correct?
Yes.
So k was an integer, so the only integers possible for k are now -3, -2, -1, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so -2, -3, -1. These are the integers possible. In these integers, x is becoming either minus pi by 2 or minus pi or -3 pi by 2, right? Correct? Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Yes, sir.
At those values, sign is negative. You can see minus pi by 2 pe negative, it will become, no, it will become 0, which is still not satisfying. So it doesn't satisfy this condition definitely, right?
Yes, sir.
Is everyone understanding why I'm checking this condition right now?
Yes, sir.
This was the domain of the original equation. It has to satisfy, our solutions have to satisfy that. So I'm going to totally reject this whole solution. This is gone because the restrictions are not coming, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now the other option for us is this stuff. Again, it will be better if we start with putting this as restriction because that is a strict condition. We will say minus 6 should be less than 2n pi plus minus pi by 3 is less than 0, right? So minus 6 minus pi by 3 is less than 2n pi is less than minus pi by 3. Or you could have done a plus pi by 3 and plus pi by 3 also, right? Do you understand in both the cases?
Yes.
So you are getting minus 6 by 2 pi minus plus pi by 3 by 2 pi. So it will become 1 by 6 less than n less than minus plus 1 by 6. Is everyone following what I'm saying right now?
Yes, sir.
I'm just solving for n because I need the range of the integer n, right?
Hmm.
Minus 6 by 2 pi is actually minus point something. It's not 2 pi is bigger than 6,
Okay, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So it will be some minus 0.8 something minus plus 0.16, 1 by 6 less than n less than minus plus 0.16. So when you take the minus situation, you get minus 0.96 less than n less than minus 0.16. When you take the plus situation, you get minus 0.64 less than n less than 0.16, right? I'm
Yes.
taking two cases, one case with minus sign here, one case with plus sign. I'm getting two inequalities. Notice that here you are not getting any integer,
Yes.
but here we are getting an integer, n is 0.
Yes, sir.
So one integer value we are getting, n is 0. So x is coming as plus minus pi by 3. And plus pi by 3 I will reject immediately. Right?
Hmm.
Minus pi by 3 will satisfy at least this condition. And then it will not satisfy this condition. So actually there are no roots. Do you understand that no roots are coming?
Yes, sir.
So basically, the question was not difficult to get the answer. The difficult part in the question is to check the conditions where the roots are valid. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the thing that you have to learn how to do. Has anybody done 24, 25? Or before that, 22 has anyone done?
Yes, sir. I did the 22.
What is the way to do 22?
Mhm.
It looks easy, it's not so easy.
Sir, we can write sine 7x as cos pi upon 2 minus 7x.
Why are you doing
Then
that?
I don't know if it's true, but then cos c plus d.
Okay.
Uh, then it will come as 2 cos pi upon 2 minus 7x plus 2x upon 2 into cos pi by 2 minus 7x minus 2x equals minus 2.
c plus d by 2. So you'll get pi by 2 minus 5x. So pi by 4 minus 5x by 2. And cos c minus d by 2. So this minus this is 9x. So pi by 4 minus 9x by 2. This is what you should be getting.
Yes.
Now what?
Sir, 2 cancels minus 2 as minus 1.
This is not, now it is going to be very difficult to solve. You can't solve it like this. How will you find out product of 2 cos is minus 1? There is no nice way to solve that.
Sir,
What is your next step then?
1 cos is 1 and then other is minus 1. Then second case, the first one is minus 1 and the second is plus 1. Is it?
Those cases you can take, but it is becoming quite annoying. You have to figure out a better way to do it. Think of a different approach. It is not easy to do when product of 2 quantities is coming. You should not try to get an equation like this because you'll have to take so many cases.
Yes.
We have to do it convert it into a form which helps us somehow. Like you should bring the 2 on one side and you can write it like this, and using this as cos pi by 2 minus 7x and 1 plus 1 plus. This can be written as what? 2 cos square half angle, right?
Yes.
What can this be written as? Right?
Yes.
This is much better. Why is this much better?
So it is equal to 0 and it is not product.
Why is this better than the previous situation? Why is this an obvious way to solve? Sum of squares is adding up to 0. What is the only way it can happen?
Both 0 because they can't be less than 0.
So there is a guaranteed clear answer here, right?
Yes.
In that case, you have to do so many cases and all.
Oh, yeah.
We have converted it into a sum of squares situation, and now you can solve the rest of the thing. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Have you guys tried the last 2 questions, 24, 25?
Yes, but was not able to.
What about the others?
I think I tried 23 and I think I don't think I've got it, but I also got the product in all that also. Product of sine.
23, 2 sine x plus pi by 4 is equal to tan x plus cot x.
Where can we convert x plus pi by 4 here?
Convert मतलब क्या convert कर?
Sorry.
Sorry people बोल रहे हो.
इसमें मेरा फिर वही मतलब लास्ट क्वेश्चन जैसा बन गया. Product of two sines as 1.
Write this as sin x by cos x plus cos x by sin x. It will
Yes,
become
yes.
1 by sin
1
2x,
upon
right?
sine 2x.
So you are getting 2 product बन गया, लेकिन this is easier. You don't have to start taking cases. You have to write this as cos c minus cos t. Do you understand that 2 sin C sin D can be written as something? Do you know this formula? Is that clear, this formula? If you do that, you will get x plus pi by 4. So pi by 4 minus x minus cos of addition. So 3x plus pi by 4 is equal to 1, right? Wait, I made a mistake here because it was 2 by sine 2x. Do you understand that it is 2 by sine 2x, not 1 by sine 2x? Why is nobody saying anything? किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is 2 by sine 2x. So here it is 1 into 2 here. So it is 2 here. Does everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
So if I convert it like this is an obvious solution. Do you understand how it is obvious? You don't have to take cases by doing which one will be 1 and so on. Nothing like that has to be done. It is obvious. Can a difference of 2 cosines, how can it be 2? In what way can a difference of 2 cosines be equal to 2?
Sir, I think 1 and minus
1 is 1 and other is minus.
There is no other option because the range of cos is minus 1 to 1. Right? There is no other way in which this can happen. The only way is that this must be plus 1, this must be minus 1. Correct?
You are not audible.
I am audible, I think, to everyone.
Right now you are audible.
The only way for this to happen is plus 1 and minus 1. There is no other choice.
Yes.
So after that, the equation is done because you can say cos pi by 4 minus x is plus 1. And you can also do cos 3x plus pi by 4 is equal to minus 1. Solve both and take intersection of the solutions. Right?
Yes.
So just because it came as a product doesn't mean you have to start taking cases here. You can think of other things like this, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The last 2 questions you need to try again, and I will send the next sheet. We will look through some more problems of different types, and then we'll move on to the next topic in trigonometry. So try the last 2 questions, and I'll send another sheet by tomorrow, which you should try before the next class. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you next time.
Okay, sir.